Hi, welcome in, sir. How can I help you? Sir, that guy didn't pay for his jacket. Should I call the cops? His dancing is the payment. Hello Spider-Man fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. It is a good day in the neighborhood when our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man can go ahead and bring us some movie news here because it has been a dry season. Feels like everybody only wants to talk about one thing, and that's two old dudes trying to rule the world. But what we have to distract us here today is we got our official first set photo of Spider-Man 3. A lot of people have been thinking we've already gotten some when there have actually been set photos from past Spider-Man movies. No, this one is actually right now from the set of Spider-Man 3, brought to us by Tom Holland himself on Instagram. Didn't spoil anything this time, darn it. I'm going to be breaking down that along with some of the first details we have about Spider-Man 3, so I'm going to need you Spider-Man fans to leave me your opinions down below. What do you think of this first look? Do you like this direction for the movie? We still don't know the title, man. When are they going to give us this damn home title? As well as don't be forgetting to hit that like button, man. No one else going to bring you them cringy intros like me. And speaking of which, you know what? My butt kind of hurts. I don't know if there's something wrong. Let me take a second to fix that real quick.
A few moments later.
Ooh, I think this is gonna make my Spider-Man butt way better. Ooh, if you want to see me put this together, check out my TikTok. Way more cringy stuff on there for you. Alright, so starting off with the Spider-Man photo that we were just released here on Tom Holland's Instagram page that we got. He posted a photo of himself actually working on the Spider-Man set. This isn't him photoshopping a mask onto his face. I'm assuming that's the actual mask Tom Holland wears. And him right here in what is so far my favorite Spider-Man outfit on screen. I know the Sam Raimi and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit are pretty awesome, but I really am digging this red and black aesthetic and glad they're keeping it for the film, at least for a little while until, you know, somehow they decide to change the suit again. I really wish we could get a better idea of what exactly he's doing in this scene right here. With the blue screen behind him, your guess is as good as mine. The dude could be at a concert, on top of a building, on the street floor. With this photo being released, it also lets us know that Spider-Man 3 has officially started production. We know the cast of Spider-Man 3 has finally had the cameras rolling and they've all gathered at Atlanta. But like I was telling you guys, there was another photo that Tom Holland, or a little gif he put up on his Instagram of him in the classic Homecoming suit, and people thought they were bringing that suit back for the third film. No, that was just him sharing a set photo from a past Spider-Man movie, whether that was Spider-Man Homecoming or that was Captain America Civil War. He is going to be starting off this movie with his red and black suit. I really don't think they'll be going backwards and bringing in that Homecoming suit one more time. Would be kind of crazy. And I'm really hoping this time around they just kind of keep it to one suit a movie. I know for marketing purposes and toy purposes, they always switch around the dang suit just so they can sell different Funko Pops and toys out there. But I'm thinking since this film is going to start off right where Spider-Man 2 left off and him on the run from everyone knowing his secret identity, the boy doesn't really have time to go and change out his suit unless he's purposely ditching the suit for the majority of the movie. That way people don't recognize him as Spider-Man is on the streets and he's wearing more of a stealth suit. Not really like a Night Monkey suit that S.H.I.E.L.D. provided to him. I'm thinking something more like what Miles Morales does, where he wears a hoodie, jacket, and stuff like that over his actual suit. Also, from what we've heard is that a lot of this film is going to be filmed on set behind closed doors. Not a lot of stuff will be filmed, at least with the main actors in New York City on the streets like we've been thinking, which really kind of bums me out because I was hoping to see our first look at Electro and what his new suit would look like with Jamie Foxx playing him again. And everybody and their mother looking really closely for a sign of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I know there's people who say that they've already seen them on set. Guys. Those are just Tom Holland stunt doubles slash bodyguards there. That is not Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire on the set of Spider-Man. Don't believe it. But addressing some of that stuff, because we do have still the wild rumors going on that a bunch of Spider-Man fans are wanting to believe that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are setting up the Spider-Verse, and I'm just trying to keep my anticipation down, but at the same time, I just don't see how they can fit them in without any setup at all. Of course, we have all the formulas there of Doctor Strange being the one to introduce Tobey and Andrew from all these different universes, but like really sit down and think about, there's so much to be done in Spider-Man 3 that I just don't think they have time to address the Spider-Verse other than a small cameo that
that could probably be explored in a later movie. Which also leads me to this post where we had some details leak on Spider-Man 3 that actually sound very legitimate to me and don't seem like people just speculating and guessing wild things. So I'll say take it with a grain of salt, but part of me really wants to believe these details here. Here's what they have to say. Starting off with some things here, they say, unfortunately due to COVID, more than 70% of the film will be shot indoors. From what I've heard, this is one of the heaviest tones from the trilogy. The film deals with the aftermath of Mysterio's revelation, social division, and political pressure to take actions against Spider-Man. Peter is on the run and the only person able to contact him is MJ. Recurrent criticism from the Bugle, a well-known benefactor puts a bounty on Spider-Man's head. 2/3 of the movie, the bounty is called off, but he's still obsessed with catching Spider-Man. As for the role of Doctor Strange and its importance in the film, I don't know anything, so goes for J. Fox. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt, but really hearing all those details, those sound pretty legitimate and completely make sense with everything Spider-Man Far From Home set up. I mean, starting off with the first bullet point there, dealing with the aftermath of Mysterio telling the world that Peter Parker is Spider-Man and also framing him for his murder. Like, that's not something they're just gonna throw away and automatically introduce Tobey and Andrew Garfield, and that's also not something that they can just wrap up and fix in the first 10-15 minutes of Spider-Man 3. That is gonna be the essential plot point for Spider-Man 3. And I actually love this for Spider-Man 3 because Spider-Man has always been a public enemy, but in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where heroes are gods, are celebrities, everyone loves them, why would there be a reason for everyone to just hate Spider-Man but love Captain America, love Iron Man, love all these other people that just saved the world in Endgame? Framing him for this murder finally puts Spider-Man back into his roots of being that public enemy, of being attacked by the Daily Bugle, meaning we're probably going to see more videos of J. Jonah Jameson that I love to see. I can't wait what other fake news he's going to throw our way. And even now, something super timely that we're dealing with right now, social division and political pressures to go after Spider-Man. Like, yeah, that's something that's always been apparent in Spider-Man movies, of the people who are for him, the people who are against him, what that means for a community as New York. I like the sound of that right there. Now, the part here about a benefactor putting a bounty on Spider-Man's head, there's somebody out there, whether it's the police department, J. Jonah Jameson, or maybe Norman Osborn, who decides to say, hey, if you guys capture Spider-Man or bring him in, I'll give you $1 million, $2 million. And that finally gives us a really good excuse to bring together a whole bunch of villains for this movie. Because if somebody puts out a bounty on Spider-Man and says they'll give millions of dollars for his head, that explains maybe someone like the Rhino, especially explaining Kraven the Hunter. The villain's whole purpose is to go after somebody bounty hunter style. And even that part there where it says after the 2/3 of the movie's over, the bounty is called off and Spider-Man is probably found innocent. But this Kraven guy is just so obsessed with the thrill of the hunt. He's like, I don't even care if money's involved anymore. I'm going after this punk little kid. But aside from that, like they even mentioned here, no idea where Doctor Strange or Jamie Foxx's Electro fits into this story. Like I said, I think Jamie Foxx does fit in through being one of the guys who just wants to cash in on the bounty or gets pummeled by Spider-Man once the bounty is called off. Really curious to how Doctor Strange is going to come in, whether he just knows it in his heart, meeting this dorky kid a couple of times in Endgame is like, no way that kid just killed somebody in London. I gotta protect this guy. But you guys see this set photo and the first details of Spider-Man 3. I want to know your theories. I want to know your thoughts down below. What do you think of my chair here? I'm just gearing up and getting ready for when Spider-Man Miles Morales comes out. I'm going to be streaming that here on the channel for you guys. So be sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care. Ooh, now there's a reason for me to leave it plain after I leave. Look at that beautiful chair.